G'day everyone, and welcome to our new series for 5.2 mathematics. We're going to start a trigonometry series in this video, and we're going to start that by reviewing Pythagoras' theorem. Now, Pythagoras' theorem goes back way before Pythagoras himself, actually all the way back to the ancient Egyptians, but Pythagoras was the one that brought it to the New World and shared it around. So all we need to know to make Pythagoras' theorem work, is the hypotenuse is the longest side of the triangle of the right angle triangle, I should say, and it is always directly opposite the right angle. And you can see that in those couple of little diagrams there. We've got our right angle, and the hypotenuse is this line, or this side, directly opposite it. Now the theory itself is this. It's this idea. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Alright. It doesn't matter what letters you label your sides with. You should always have the hypotenuse on its own. Okay, so that's why we have the r squared and the 5 squared. They are the hypotenuse. They are what equal it. So just remember our actual theorem, our formula is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. Okay, that's it. That's all you have to remember. But you can also say that c, just c on its own, is the square root of a squared plus b squared. Okay, and it's probably going to be a bit easier to work with that one. Now we're just dealing with the hypotenuse in this video, so let's get going into some examples. We only have 2 today, so it should be nice and easy. Our first one here, find the length of the hypotenuse of the triangle shown. So we have x, 6 and 8. So if we very quickly, we can put 6ab. So that way we can plug into our formula a little bit easier. We can start with our basic formula, and then I'm going to fix it and put it under the square root sign. If I do it now, I don't have to remember to do it later, and it's already there ready to go for me. So now I'm going to have 6 squared plus 8 squared, and I chuck that into my calculator, and I will get 10. That's it. X equals 10. So I might even pop in the x there, just so that I know that I'm actually finding x. Pretty simple, and it's only because 36 is 6 squared, so 6 squared is 36, 8 squared being 64. Add those together, you get 100, square root of 100 is 10. Now this gives me maybe 4 lines of working if I do that bit at the top. If I don't want to do that bit at the top and I just want to start where the square root is, 3 lines of working, done and dusted. Bob's your uncle, off you go. So let's look at the next one. We have actually labelled our side as C today. This one's going to have a decimal answer. So let's plug this in. So we've got c equals the square root of a squared plus b squared. There's my formula I'm using. I've still got c. I've still got the c there because that's what's in my diagram. And I go 2 squared plus 5 squared. And that will give me somewhere in the vicinity of 5.3851 dot dot dot, and it keeps going. I want to round that to 1 decimal place. And so I cut it off. I look at the next number along. The next number along, it is above halfway. Therefore, my 3 becomes a 4. So 5.4 centimeters, and we should always make sure we put in our units of measurement. That's it for Pythagoras and our review of Pythagoras. Good luck with your questions and see you in the next video.